Okay, let's unpack this. We've all had those moments, right? You're just going about your day, maybe driving a route you take all the time, and suddenly something catches your eye. Something small, maybe easily missed, but it just stops you, makes you look closer. That's exactly the kind of moment that sparked our Dean Dive today. We're looking at just one source, a recent one. It's an excerpt from a gardening blog. The post is called Plumbago Auriculata, a roadside revelation. It's by someone named Ang, published July 15th, 2025, part of their Notes on Gardening series. So our mission here is to pull out the key insights about this plant, sure, but also think about what this kind of discovery tells us, about nature's toughness and finding joy in just noticing things. We hope you leave feeling like you learned something and maybe look around a bit more closely next time you're out. So Ang's story starts simply enough, returning from dinner. Pretty normal stuff. But then they see it. By the side of the road next to some shops, this really striking plant with these beautiful light blue flowers. And what gets me is Ang's reaction. No hesitation. Didn't just drive on. They actually turned the car around, went back just to get a better look, to really admire it. It's that kind of spontaneous moment, isn't it? When something ordinary just shines. Have you ever had a moment like that where something ordinary suddenly stops you in your tracks?
Absolutely. And what's fascinating here is how quickly that curiosity led to an answer. Aang gets home, does a quick search online, and bam, identifies the plant. It turns out to be Plumbago auriculata. You might know it as Cape Leadwort or maybe Blue Plumbago.
Okay, Blue Plumbago.
Yeah, and it really highlights how easy it can be now to identify the nature around us, even bits of it just thriving in, public spaces, waiting for someone to notice.
Right. And once Aang knew what it was, their notes really highlight why it's so special.
Mm.
They call it a resilient perennial shrub. I mean, it was clearly flourishing outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about this plumbago specifically that lets it be so tough? I mean, thriving by a roadside next to shops. That's not exactly a pampered garden setting.
No, definitely not. That's a great question. Its resilience comes down to a few things, really. Aang's post touches on its adaptability, which is key.
Hmm.
First off, it's incredibly drought tolerant once it gets established. That's huge.
Okay, yeah.
And it's not too picky about soil type, as long as it doesn't stay waterlogged, good drainage is helpful. Plus, it just has this naturally vigorous, almost sprawling way of growing. So that combination lets it get a foothold quickly, often outcompeting weeds, and it just doesn't need a lot of fuss. It's sort of built for thriving with minimal help, which is why roadsides work for it.
That makes perfect sense. So it's not just beautiful, it's practical because it's so hardy. Aang actually points this out, saying it's an excellent option if you want to plant it, maybe in a home garden or even for landscaping around a business. Sounds like a win-win for anyone wanting something vibrant but low effort.
Exactly. And if we connect this to the bigger picture for gardeners or anyone landscaping, well, think about it. Low maintenance means less watering, less tending. That's a big plus these days.
Yeah, for sure.
Aang mentioning its adaptability that points to how versatile it is. You could use it as ground cover, maybe an informal hedge. It works even in tougher urban spots. So it's more than just a pretty blue flower. It's a genuinely robust plant, a good solution for greening spaces without a ton of resources.
And that toughness, that adaptability, seems to tie into the bigger theme Aang gets into. They talk about the true joys of exploring small townships, observing how in these overlooked places, you find this amazing variety of plants, not tucked away in parks, but right out front, in people's yards, outside shops.
Yeah, just part of the everyday landscape.
Right. And these displays really show off, as Aang puts it, the adaptability and potential of each individual plant. So what does this all mean for you? I think Aang's experience is a nudge, really. Pay attention, look around, you can find inspiration, appreciate that quiet strength in nature, even in the most unexpected corners.
It really does make you wonder, doesn't it? How many little botanical marvels do we just walk or drive past every single day without a second glance? Aang just noticing that blue flower and then taking a moment to find out what it was, that simple act can lead to a much richer appreciation for all the local plants just doing their thing around us. It's almost an invitation to see the vibrant life that's often hidden in plain sight.
So from one person noticing some blue flowers by the road, we've kind of unpacked the specific strengths of Plumbago auriculata. It's resilient, beautiful, and pretty low maintenance for outdoor spaces. But maybe more than that, Aang's story is a great reminder of that simple joy of discovery. Finding something cool and unexpected just by keeping your eyes open to the beauty and, the toughness of nature, even where you least expect it.
So here's something to think about. The next time you're out, maybe walking down a city street, exploring a small town, or even just in your own neighborhood, Take a second look around. What plants are thriving there, maybe unnoticed? Could be by a fence, in a crack in the pavement. Give them a closer look. Maybe even snap a picture and look it up later. You might be really surprised by the hidden resilience and beauty you find right beside you.